Hey, what's up everybody? Today's video, I want to talk about why I think you should go on a safari. Guys, it's something that I think I'm super passionate about is Africa, the whole safari type deal. I love Africa. I've been, 15, 16 times. Got a couple in the works right now to add on to some more. And it's a place that I would live in Africa if I could. Like if I could figure a way to, I'd live there because I just love it. I love the people there. I love the environment. I love the experience of it. To me, going on a safari is something that everyone should do. And I know a lot of you guys are on the fence about it. A lot of you guys are dreaming and planning for it. But I know there's a lot of you that kind of just think it's something that, one, is unattainable. Two, it's not something, it's not like a cup of tea. And I think everyone, should try it before they knock it, because safari hunting is one of the last great adventures. Being able to go across the pond, go experience a new continent and new countries in the continent is something that I think everyone should do, especially younger people, because like for me, I started going to Africa when I was very young, and I think it helped me build a knowledge of things. I think it helped me learn more about geography and all this other stuff. Because it shows you what life is like and shows you you're almost like stepping back in time in a lot of these places. You're going to a third world country. You understand what stuff is like when people have no jobs, have no food, have no water. Like, you understand this stuff, and it gives you a better perspective when you come home to what you have. And so I think, that part of it's a huge deal, going over there and seeing all that stuff. And I mean, you could go over there and do a photo safari too. That's perfectly fine. But those photo safari areas, that's just what they're built for. You don't get to see a lot of the nitty gritty like you do in some of the hunting areas. And when you go to the hunting areas, you get to see the wildlife. You get to see same stuff as you would in a photo safari area. But when you go to the hunting camps and you shoot a buffalo, you take the meat to the villages, you donate the meat to the schools. Like, there's just amazing things that you get to see that other people don't, because you're on a hunting safari. When you're on a photographic safari, you're not going to be taking a buffalo to a town and watching everyone come in and take meat, or an elephant. You're not going to watch people line up and get, much needed protein that they probably haven't had in weeks or months. It's just things like that are just so amazing. When I went with John X Safaris, we donated meat to a school. Like, it's just a bunch of different stuff that you get to see behind the curtains. And a big part about a safari, like for younger people, I think it's probably one of the best places to take a kid, especially a first-time hunter kid. Because here in North America, whether in Texas, you can go down there and have the same experience. But let me tell you this, Texas is a lot more expensive for bang for your buck wise. That's a whole other topic. But when you go to Africa as a kid, there's no age limits. Like here in Wyoming, there's age limit. That's why I went to Africa, is because I found that there was no age limit. But when you go over there, you get to see a lot of game. Like, nowadays it takes forever to draw a deer tag, or you're doing a landlord tag that costs money, or you're doing an over-the-counter tag and battling the pumpkin patch. And I think a lot of that really puts a negative effect on a kid, a young hunter, especially someone that maybe didn't grow up hunting with like a dad doing the same stuff every year after year, but maybe like if a dad just got into it, or an uncle's taking a kid out for like the first time, and they're a little bit older and they haven't been around it as much. I think Africa is great for this, because you get to go over there and it's not, you're still waking up early, you're having breakfast, enjoying stuff like that, but you're not, just pounding the kid into the dirt every day and coming home either unsuccessful or, having to settle for like a lesser animal to make it become successful. And I think it puts a better perspective on a kid, that it gets them hooked into hunting. And that's what we need. We need people to be hooked into hunting. And, I don't really think we need a lot more hunters. We just need people to be pro hunting. But if you're wanting your kids to hunt, I think taking them to Africa will get them hooked. I think it will hook them, hook, line, and sinker them. And then when they come back here to North America, they want to spend the time, they want to learn more about it. You explain to them, hey, we're not going to get something every time we go out. And, Africa's not getting something every time you go out, but there's way more game in these hunting areas than there is here in North America. I'm telling you, you can go to the most remote places in Ethiopia and you will have more success on animal species than you will have here in North America on 99% of your hunts. That's truly how it is. Their management model has far exceeded ours, I feel like, in the last, 15, 20 years, because I think we've gotten to a side on the money deal and they're focused on the wildlife. And that's a whole nother rant. But to continue my topic about why you should do safari, it's just a great experience. You're going to go experience new places. You're going to talk to new people. You're going to learn new languages probably. You're going to try new foods. You're going to enjoy, seeing the sunrise and sunset in Africa. I don't think there's any place in the world that matches the quality of sunrise and sunsets that Africa does. It's truly amazing. You're going to see amounts of wildlife that you would never see before. You're going to see bush buck, Cape buffalo, kudu. You might see a clip springer depending on where you're at. If you're on the Eastern Cape, you're going to, you probably see like a blue diker and a red diker and a Cape grice buck, like different things like that. It's truly amazing the amount of species that you'll see on one safari. Like in one day, I have seen leopard, lion, and elephant, Cape buffalo, 4 of the big 5 out in the wide open, free range, wild Africa. Like, it's truly amazing. The only reason there's no rhino there, but that's the only reason we didn't see the whole big 5 in the daylight. It's just one of those things, like, you're not going to experience that here in North America. You might see an elk, maybe a coyote, maybe a mule deer, and probably an antelope. That might be a day, but most likely you might just see a deer and some, you might see a coyote and some bunnies. You're not going to go see 30 different species of wildlife in one day here as you would in Africa. It's truly amazing. You'll see so much stuff, the fauna and the flora. You'll see different plants. You'll see different flowers, birds, butterflies. Parts of Africa are completely littered in butterflies. It's just the amount of stuff that you'll see on one safari is something that it could take you a lifetime here in North America to see. And then going on to it, like a lot of guys here in North America, whether you're waiting for a tag for 15, 20 years, and you might not be able to do a lot of over-the-counter tags, you can harvest more animals in one trip than you might in 5 to 10 or even a lifetime here in North America. On a 7-day safari, you could plan on taking 5 to 7 species. 10-day safari, you would plan on taking, 6 to 8, 14-day, 10 to 12, stuff like that. And that could take 10 or 12 years to do that just here in North America if you're hunting hard, taking something every year. And over there, you're going to be taking quality animals. It's not like you're going to be shooting 2 points and 3 points just to get species and numbers. You're going to be taking quality animals. And there's also like packages, like culling packages that you can get for a really reasonable price. And you can go over there and shoot, broken horns, old animals, cull animals. And you can do some of those that for a really affordable budget. You can shoot 15 to 20. That's because they're culling or meat or biltong, like they're doing a bunch of different stuff, and you can manage it well if you're not like super big into making sure you have like a, a really good specimen of the animal. If you want to do a cull hunt and stuff like that, it could really allow you a lot of shooting opportunities. And so I think just going to Africa is probably one of the biggest kept secrets from people, and it's one of the things that I think everyone needs to enjoy. I've said that 100 times, and I'll keep banging the drum on it because I love that place. You're gonna make some amazing friends over there. The people there are friendly. The hunting staff is amazing. You're going to learn things that you never thought of. Like when you watch a tracker track, it's something that's a sight to see, because those guys you can be walking on the black pavement at Walmart and the tracker will be able to track you. That's how good they are over there. It's amazing. And just the friendliness of the staff. Every day is a new adventure in Africa. You don't know what you're going to see. And around every bend is a new site as well. It's something that I think everyone should go see, should experience, and should try, is going on an African safari.